Yeah, it's time for the big book here. And so, a note to parents from the author. I guess I can skip that part.
Parents.
Okay. All right, away we go. You guys ready for this? Okay, here we go. See that big red barn? See it right there, the big red barn? Oh, it's a big red barn. And those rolling green fields, that's where the farmer lives. Now, the farmer is your friend and mine. He lives way out in the country, so far out that the streets don't even have signs. The roads are made of gravel and dirt. And the farmer grows lots of different things in those fields. He grows tall green corn and big red tomatoes. Do you guys like corn and tomatoes? They sure are good. And long yellow squash and little green peas. You know, people eat that stuff for dinner. The best vegetables the farmer grows are pumpkins. Pumpkins. They start out as flat oval seeds. I think we're going to see some pretty soon. And they're almost as big as raisins. Now one hot... What's that?
You're not showing the picture.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You see what a nut I am? I don't know nothing about reading. Yeah, there's the farmer in the seed store, and he's buying the seeds to grow the pumpkin. So, one hot June day, soon after school let out, that's the best day of the year, isn't it, when school lets out? Oh, that's wonderful. The farmer planted pumpkin seeds just like he did every year. Boy, they showed the farmer on his knees planting all those pumpkin seeds. That was one hard-working farmer, I am telling you. And the seeds disappeared into the ground I'm going to have to turn it this way so I can read it, in nice, neat rows, and grew there in the dark all through the 4th of July. You guys ever planted anything in the ground and watched it come up? Some of you have. That's a neat thing to do that, because it's like magic how God's grace makes those seeds sprout and grow. Early one morning, a tiny green shoot quietly poked its way out of the soil. It went just like that, right out of the soil, and quietly poked its way out of the soil, and soon a long green vine stretched across the ground, and from that vine, little buds sprouted into wide green leaves. Pumpkin leaves are really big, and the leaves spread out flat to catch the August rain. Someday, those little green buds would turn into big orange pumpkins, but not yet. The patient farmer waited and waited. Doesn't patience count for a lot in life? Oh man, it's really good to be patient and learn how to wait. Well, the pumpkins began to grow, and how different they looked one from another, you know? Just like you and I look different, and yet we're all human beings. Well, pumpkins are that way too. They all look a little bit different. Some were tall and lean, and some were short and round, and some had lumps and bumps, and all of them were pumpkins, all right. October came round at last. That's this month, isn't it? Right? October, that's this month. October came at last, and the sky was bright blue, and the air was cooler, and every night it got darker sooner than the night before. And it was time for the farmer to harvest his pumpkin crop. The farmer's many workers brought lots of ripe pumpkins in from the fields. Which one would the farmer choose first? Hold that thought. Oh, go ahead. What does harvest mean? Harvest means that they go out and they collect the grown pumpkins. So they got to harvest corn and harvest tomatoes and, harvest everything. The farmer picked one large pumpkin, being very careful not to let it slip through his hands, because pumpkins are tough on the outside, but they break into smithereens if you drop them. He washed off all the dirt, holding that pumpkin tight. And next came the really messy part. Pumpkins are full of dozens of seeds and lots of slimy pulp. And the farmer had a special plan for his chosen pumpkin, and so the seeds and the slime all had to go. He had to get it all out of there. Let's see what he did. He slowly slid a large knife right into the center of the pumpkin. The pumpkin didn't make a sound because vegetables don't talk. They also don't feel anything. If they did talk, the pumpkin might have said, "Ouch." Gently, the farmer cut a round hole in the top of the pumpkin and pulled on the stem. Squishy, stringy pulp waited for him inside. Kinda yucky, kinda. You'll see. And the farmer pulled out all that slimy pulp and wrapped it up in an old newspaper. Off to the compost pile it went, never to be seen again. And then something really exciting happened. The pumpkin got a brand new face. The farmer carved a triangle for each eye. Pumpkins have eyes that don't blink or turn away, and so they see everything. He neatly carved a little square nose for that pumpkin, and then a big, wide smile. What happened next was wonderful. The farmer put a small white candle down inside the pumpkin and touched the wick with a flame. How that pumpkin glowed. As the sky grew darker, the pumpkin on the porch was shining brighter than ever. And when people saw the smiling pumpkin, why, they smiled back. All the neighbors knew that once again the farmer had turned a simple pumpkin into a simply glorious sight. And in the same way, God the Father offers His children the chance to be made new, full of joy and full of light, shining like stars in a dark world. The end. How's that story?
Good.
Wasn't that a good story? I'll give that end back to Miss Morgan. Thank you. All right, well, I guess it's pumpkin.
We got a little something. I didn't tell them what we were doing.
Are we gonna carve a pumpkin? Yeah.
I think we are.
Yay! Yes, we're gonna carve a pumpkin.
We're going to try.
Well, I have some tools for you.
I need them.
I'm told that this is the best tool. I've never used a scooper before.
Be careful with that knife. Scoop all the
You know,
Scoop all the pulp.
having done this before, I can tell you
Do you
this
want to
is
set up somewhere?
this is not going to be super easy, but we'll see what we can do. Can I use this?
Yeah.
What are you going to use it for?
Well, we need to design the pumpkin.
Oh, of course.
Is there a marker? Is that what
Yep,
this
right there.
is? Okay, guys. This is our pumpkin.
Wow.
Not a bad facsimile. Okay, now we have to have eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Ain't that right? Okay, so there are a lot of different ways we can do this. We can make the eyes like are in the book,
Yeah.
or we could make the eyes round,
Triangle.
or we could even make the eyes square. Which way should we make the eyes? What do you think?
I think it should
Do you? Who likes triangles? Raise your hand. Oh, I'm afraid it's going to be it's definitely going to be a triangle. Yes, ma'am?
I know. At my house, we call it a pumpkin, and the face is kind of like this. And the smells kind of.
The face is what?
The smells kind of like. It's like that. Yeah. Like
Oh, he's got teeth in his mouth? Well, we'll get to that. So I hear triangle eyes. What should we do for a nose? What do you think?
a circle.
A circle? Who likes circle noses? Raise your hand.
Wow.
Really? We don't have, well, we got a few votes for circle noses. Who likes square noses? Ooh, it looks like squares got is wins. So we'll make it, we'll try a square nose.
I wanted it to be a circle.
Okay, and now comes mouth time. Mouth time, and boy, the mouth is the hardest part of all. And we can just have a big mouth with a big smile like that. You want to do teeth? Kind of like that?
Yeah. No, I want to do like big triangle teeth like this.
Triangle teeth?
Fangs.
Oh, I can't, I'm not good enough to do fangs. Triangle teeth. I don't know if I can do triangle teeth either. Let me, well, I don't think that they're going to let a second grader wield a knife in here. But I don't think they'll let us do that. But I'm dangerous enough with a knife myself. So we'll try the square teeth. Let's see how that works. Okay, that's our design. Let's see how well we can execute it. Thankfully, we have 3 educators in the room to help me out. Well, I'm already stuck. Okay, guys, I have learned that the hardest part of this whole thing, woo-wee, boy, that's a sharp one, is the top. You can't go straight down or the bottom will, or the top will fall in. You kind of have to go at an angle. Did you know that, Madam Principal? You know everything, don't you? You know everything. That's why you are the principal. Okay, now this is a kind of a tough deal, boys and girls. It is not easy for me to do, but I'll give it my best shot. Okay, we're coming around here. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I hope I'm making this angled enough to stay. Oh, there we go. All right. Dun 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 dun. How about that? Look at all that beautiful slime. Slime's my favorite part. Bye, slime. Slime away. Okay, now comes the hard part. See what's in there? All right, now we got to get all this slime out of here, and that is not going to be easy. I know this from the experience of doing pumpkins with you guys in the past. Because there's a lot of slime in this here pumpkin. Now, you know what some of the teachers have done, not that you need to necessarily, but I've just noticed it through the years. They save all the slime and they pull out the seeds and they have the class guess at how many seeds are in the pumpkin.
Well, maybe we should save it. You know what? You could just keep, that trash bag is new, so you can keep throwing them in. Maybe we'll pick them out later.
Okay, all right. Here goes. Man. Okay. There's a lot more where that came from. A whole lot more. More slime. Here come lots of slime and lots of seeds. Look at all those. Look at all those seeds, guys. Remember what our book said about being flat, oval seeds? See? See how they are? Slime.
I actually feel. Maybe it's just because I take a pill. Maybe that's why.
It's like pumpkin guts.
Took it all.
Okay. All right, we're rounding the bend here. Don't lose patience with me. We're rounding the bend. Okay.
I would think that little seed trying to survive.
This is a great tool. Is it like made for pumpkins?
Well, it's Miss Waldrop, so you'll have to ask her.
Oh, Miss Waldrops, I see. That Miss Waldrop. What she hasn't got hasn't been thought of. All right. I'm getting there, guys. All right, I'm just about done.
Sounds like he's scratching something hard.
Who knows about pumpkins?
Kind of.
Oh, I need a real pumpkin expert. You're a mom of considerable experience. You know about pumpkins. Is that enough slime to get out of there?
Yeah, I think you've done a pretty good job.
Oh, good. I depend on Mrs. Berdulski for everything. Oop! She tells me about pumpkins and all kinds of things. All right.
Can I see inside the pumpkin?
You bet. Just let me get this last seed out. You know, boys and girls, all of us have different character deficiencies and pluses and minuses, you know. And one of the things about me is I like to do a complete job. I don't like to do anything halfway, so I'm just funny that way. All right. It's from my grandmother. Okay. Here, you see that?
Oh, that's so cool. That looks so cool. Pumpkin pie.
I know, that's what we could make with it if we were really good, but I'm not. Okay, now comes the hardest part of all. We need to find, I think that is the best, I think that's the best side for a face, because it's the biggest, you see. It's the most prominent. And I'm thinking I probably need to draw my design on the pumpkin and then cut it out, you know.
That's what I do at my
Well, can I just use my little pen here? I'll just use my little pen. So I'm going to have to sit down here, and we can put our slime to one side. Oh boy, I'm making a big mess. Everybody's going to really like that. Okay, let's see here. Triangle, square. You know, maybe we ought to put the top on just to, if I can figure out how it goes on there. There we go. Okay, oh yeah, okay. This is a handsome pumpkin. He's proportioned so pretty and everything. I think that's going to be about it. So we need eyes. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. We need eyes, don't we? Kind of like that. An eye and an eye. Maybe the eye should be just a smidge bigger. And then we need a nose, right? A square nose, we said. And then comes that big mouth, kind of like that. It looks like a Taco Bell?
Yeah, the bell.
I don't know about that. I haven't been to Taco Bell in a long time.
I never.
And I know I got to get a tooth in there somehow. What do you think? Would that be a pretty pumpkin? Will that be handsome? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, boy. Let's see if the boy can do it without killing himself. All right, let's see here. Boy, this is a tough pumpkin, I'll tell you. He's no sissy pumpkin. Oh man. Ta-da!
Oh, that's actually really good. That's really good. I didn't see it.
I don't know. I think we need to get him a little bit bigger. You know, I haven't done this. How old are you guys? 8, 7?
7, 8, 9.
It's probably been 3 or 4 years since I've done this.
7 and 8. I'll be 9.
So anyway, I am really out of practice.
Wait, how old is he?
Okay. All right. What do I?
You missed it again.
He looks almost cross-eyed.
What? Is there 2? Yeah, you just cut out another eye and you missed it. Oh, I see that. No, I see it. Wait, can I see it? Yeah, I want to get. But there's anything big in this round. I want the mouth.
What do you think? Is that? That's not too bad, I guess. What do you think?
That looks good.
Pretty good?
The eyes are
Well,
together.
well, they are a little bit. They are a little bit, but I kind of had to do that because of the way his face was made, I thought. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. Okay. Nose time. Oh! No, he is not ready to come out yet. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right. Your teacher will be so glad when I'm gone because I'm making such a mess in her room. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to have to stand up to do the mouth. I'm all.
Don't forget the teeth.
No, I won't. I got to get the cords on the chair and the shoelace and everything else. Okay, all right, let me see here. This is not going to be easy. Let me see. This is going to be. Yeah, that's the deal. I'm not a handy guy with a knife.
Look at that thing. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna make a pumpkin big enough for my head to fit in. Oh yeah, they're gonna have we're gonna have such big pumpkins.
You know, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do do teeth or not. I just don't know.
Paper on the inside so your head won't get wet, like juicy. I want it to get juicy. Cyrus. Oh, you want to leave it out? You want to leave it out for like 10 hours?
Okay. Oh, I didn't get the teeth.
It's on.
Sorry about that. Okay.
The teeth would have been even harder.
The teeth, you're right. I just wasn't good enough to get the teeth. All right, let's see here. If we can kind of amplify the mouth here a little bit. Wipe the blue off. All right, guys. There we go. What do you think?
Good.
I love it. It looks so good.
That's actually very good. That's really good. Can we make them
Not too bad.
Can we make them have
Not too bad for the first one in a long time. He needs a little bit of a surgery on his mouth, I think. Yeah, I don't know if he's. I don't know. I think. What if it's a female pumpkin?
Let's do that to our. Okay. I don't want it to have a mustache. Out of your head.
I may have wanted to make his mouth a little bit bigger.
You're gonna put your cat in your pumpkin?
He looks like he's yelling. Oh, for all the people. What do you think, guys?
Thomas.
Pretty good?
Yeah, I want to hold it.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks, everybody. I think they're going to make me go to the next room now. So, see you later.
Coming, Monsignor.
My pleasure.